What's going on, y'all? It's JD Piquel with On 3. Today on the Hard Count, we're going to take a pulse of the Tennessee Volunteer Program. Welcome into the Hard Count, the people show for every single thing that you know and that you love about college football. It happens here on a daily basis. Nick Brake does the heavy lifting. You can help drive the show by subscribing to the channel. That is imperative. That's all I'm going to ask. Nothing more, nothing less. We move on. We're going to take our two fingers, put them on the wrist of the Tennessee Volunteer Program, which is just down the road from us here in Nashville. There is a lot of reason for excitement as of late around the Vols. Went 7-6 last year, which outperformed expectations in year one under Josh Heupel. But what will they do for an encore? Most importantly, what is the pulse internally of that program? What is the pulse of the fan base in regards to that program? And then we'll give you our diagnosis at the end of this video. So in-house, this was really important for me, at least, for us to get this right. So talk to some people close to the program and just said, what's the pulse? Like, y'all have a good gauge for this. What is the feel right now at Tennessee inside that locker room? And they just said, truthfully, Tennessee feels like they're ready to take the next step. Like, they feel like 7-6 is great. That's a good thing for them, especially last year under Josh Heupel. But they're by no means satisfied. Even more so, they feel like they're ready to take the next, like I said, take the next step. That's kind of the theme here with the pulse inside that locker room. 7 wins is good. We feel like we're capable of much more. So that's internally. With Hendon coming back, with Jabari Small coming back, with Cedric Tillman coming back, they have so many pieces to where they don't see a reason why they have to have another 7-win year. They think they can win 9-10 games. That's what they're excited about in-house at Tennessee. Now, in terms of the fan base, it's a little bit of a different sentiment. Not in the sense they don't feel like they're ready to take the next step, but there is some caution involved. And I think that can best be explained as they're worried there's going to be like a sophomore slump under Josh Heupel. They know they have so many pieces. They know Hendon Hooker's the man. But after the first year, they're worried, okay, did we just kind of sneak up on people? Is the issue that we just were the surprise guest in the SEC in terms of the SEC being a game show? We just popped on the scene, and it's where the crowd goes crazy, and it's the applause, and oh my gosh, I didn't think they'd be here. And then we wreck shop in year one in terms of our expectations, winning 7 games. And then now people know what Hendon Hooker brings to the table. Now they know what Josh Heupel has under the hood. Now they know what this offense is going to bring. So now we just kind of plateau. The worry is that it's not going to be all that it's cracked up to be in your mind, because now there's so much opportunity to hype up Tennessee, so much opportunity to say, Hendon Hooker's winning the Heisman. We have a video on that, so check that out about how that could happen. But in 2022, we're just left holding the same thing we were in 2021, and that's 7 wins. And that's not what they want at Tennessee. Obviously, they want to grow. They want to progress. They want to win more than 7 games. But the concern is, hey, are we a 7-win team and we just reached that in year one under Heupel? Now, I don't subscribe to that. I don't believe that's the case, but that's the concern internally. They're still excited about the season. Don't get me wrong. They're juiced for football in Knoxville, but they're worried that they're going to plateau. That's the pulse of the fan base, at least. Lots of excitement, concern that it was just a year one flash and a year two plateau / sophomore slump. Now, my diagnosis for Tennessee is a little bit complex. There's a lot of reason for excitement. Like I just mentioned, Hendon Hooker is one of the most exciting quarterbacks coming back, not just in the SEC, but in the country. So much talent. Threw 31 touchdowns a year ago to only 3 interceptions. That's a really, really efficient job taking care of the football. But the schedule for Tennessee is brutal, especially the road schedule. I mean, look at you got at LSU, at Georgia, at South Carolina. And oh, by the way, you still have to play Alabama. Still have to play Florida. It's the gauntlet for Tennessee. And so winning more than 7 games is not an unfair ask, but just understand winning 7 games at Tennessee looks a lot different than winning 7 games in another conference, let's say the Pac-12 or the ACC. And that's not a knock on those conferences. You just have to understand the set of circumstances that Tennessee is playing with. They have so much talent on this team. They have so much under the hood. But progress could look like 8 wins. Even if they're worlds better in terms of their system and processes and culture and efficiency, it still could be 8 wins because of how difficult the road is for Tennessee. Now, I want to make this very clear. I don't think they have to settle for 8 wins. For me, the pulse that I'd put on Tennessee is the time is now. The iron is hot. You better strike, because there's some momentum in the recruiting world right now for Tennessee. Josh Heupel has got some buy-in around Knoxville right now. You have, in my opinion, the quarterback you can get it done with in Hendon Hooker. Don't let this window close on you. Don't let this time in Tennessee football history pass you by without getting done what you want to get done, without moving this program to a 9-10 win mark. Because I think they're capable of that. I think Tennessee is wholly capable of winning 9 games. 10 if some breaks go their way. But with all that you have on this roster right now, especially at quarterback, because quarterbacks like Hendon Hooker don't come around all the time is now for Tennessee. I think they can do it. The ball is in their court. That's it for us here on The Hard Count. We appreciate you tuning in. Subscribe to the channel. Cannot stress that enough. It helps us to help you. We're going to keep the party rolling. We will see y'all next time. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.